Good morning, Vanetta. Can't hear you yet.
Are we the only ones on?
Just for a second you are, but not anymore. You
Okay.
were just first.
Oh, how about that?
You look good.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, no. Mm-mm.
Gary gave me a bad time yesterday because we were on a meeting and I was slapping lipstick on at the last second. And he goes, your lip looks amazing. Thank you, Gary. Let's see if we can't get the right lip to look good too. Anyway, morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
Morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
How are you?
Did you
Hot,
get-
sweaty. I just got done walking.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Very nice. I got up nice and early and I was like, oh, I'm going to come to my office and pick stuff up. And then I looked at my clock and I'm like, and it's 8:30.
I'm mad at you.
So much for that. I mean, I got a little bit picked up, but not much.
Well, I have put a load of laundry into the dryer that was washed last night, put another load into the washer, made banana bread. It's about
Wow.
15 minutes out before it's done, and went for a walk.
What time
Nice.
is it?
I made my bed.
Don't you just hate when people do that and say, I've done this? I always do.
I
No,
don't-
it's cool. The thing that I do is every time I have to go to the bathroom, I do like something. So I either make the bed or I air dry a lot of my clothes. So I'll put 10 dry clothes away, or I'll run a load really quickly, or something, jump up and get the mail.
You're
Just
good. You
something.
do all that? I
Huh?
just get up and pee.
No, because otherwise I will just pee and the stuff will just pile sky high, and that way I can keep it down. And it's a big mental game because I don't like doing any of it. Well, peeing is fine, but the rest of it I'm like, no. So
You're funny. You have fun.
when I was a little girl, it made my mom crazy because my job was the house. Mom worked and my brother was younger and my job was the house. Anyway, so but I would not just do like the house. I did because I hated dishes the very most. This is actually why I had children, because I hate dishes. And then they had to do it for 20 years. That's God's honest truth, man. I'm not doing this. So but I would do 10 dishes off each shelf every time I would do a room, do 10 dishes off each shelf, do another room, do 10 dishes off each shelf. And she's like, why are the dishes never done? They're getting there. I hate them that much. And then when I was a teenager, dishes were only done talking to somebody, ever. I hate it that much. And now Greg does dishes and it's a very good marriage. I do laundry and gardening. He does dishes. That's good. So.
And there's the dishwashers now.
Yes, which I threw a fit with my ex one time, and I'm like, we will have a dishwasher in our next house. I don't care. His name was Roy. If it's a Westinghouse or a Roy, but we're having a dishwasher. I'm not doing this anymore. So,
That's
there you
fun.
go. There's my thing. Out of curiosity, is there a chore that you all hate? Just hate?
Dishwashing.
Dishwasher.
Oh.
Yeah, washing dishes.
Yeah, it's a bane of my existence. Well, it's not anymore because I got married but
I don't know if I hate one more than the other. You know?
really?
Yeah, I don't think I do. I don't like to prepare the meal and then have to clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Not fair. It should be one or the other.
yeah, it should be one or the other. So I tend to I try to wash dishes as I'm cooking if it's a big elaborate thing and I'm making a big mess. But other than that, I'll let them sit. I'll do them in the morning. I don't care.
I prefer to do stuff in the morning too. If I do a big elaborate meal, like we're having some, I don't know, whatever, I will literally bomb the kitchen. It is the most my husband is just like, what happened? I made a meal for 22 people. Yeah. Like this is what it looks like when you make a meal. Because I do stuff quick too. So I'm not whatever, it's a mess. It's a big, huge, what I used to think I was Italian, god awful mess. But it cleans up. So
Well, I'll tell you what I hate. I hate cleaning up after animals. I was gone 4 hours yesterday. 4 hours. My daughter's dog likes to eat all the time, but 5 o'clock is his dinner time, right?
Huh?
I got home at 5 o'clock. There was a pile of crap in the hallway. And I picked that up and took care of that and fed him. Well, I discovered it after I fed him. And then I kept, in this room is also where I have my bed. And I kept smelling something. That little got up on my bed and pissed.
Oh,
I am so furious.
I don't blame you
So
at all.
furious.
That's an Amber Heard move.
He did it he did it deliberately and on purpose. And I don't know if my bed's ruined.
Yeah, that's a like anger or anxiety, one or the other, but whatever.
It was you left me. I'm angry.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Literally what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm so sorry. Listen, whenever I miss having a pet, then I hear stories like that and go, yeah.
which is why I'm not
My feed,
replacing my
man.
dog.
that's what I feel about a man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bennett, if a man pissed on my bed, I'd feel the same way.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, y'all. That conversation
Anyway.
is going to be done. We're going to end on that. Let's hear some good news.
Nothing like taking it in the left field, right?
Do that.
That was the good news. What do you mean? That was the good news.
The good news is the dog's not dead. Because I want
I will start with my good news. My new guy is all completely onboarded. So he's up and going. And then I had a fast paced, like literally slam out coaching meeting with Sarah, your new girl. She's going to do coaching. I got to go on her database. It was a very quick, so I had to cut it short, but I'm like, it's not normally like this, but let's go. And it's boom, 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 boom. And she's right there with all of it. So
good.
we're good. Yeah, we're good. And then I'm going to give her my Calendly. So I said, book as much as you want. Don't care. Like, just book away. So that's my good news. So who else has some good news? Yes.
Picked up 2 new buyers.
Woo woo. Awesome.
Good.
Yay.
How'd you do?
One is referral, and it's like the 5th referral from this one person.
Wow.
And 3 of the referrals have closed.
Nice.
And so I'm getting her pre-approved. And the other one was a referral from another agent that doesn't work Nashville.
Very good.
Oh. So where does that agent work?
In another part of Tennessee, not in Middle
Nashville.
Tennessee.
Have you ever gotten
Going west.
Okay, going west. Got it. So towards Memphis. Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever got stuff from them before?
No.
Oh, this might be a good relationship. Cool beans.
Yes.
Congratulations. All right.
Yes.
Who else has got some good news?
Well, I did get some good stuff done. I mean, I told you that I'm getting ready to have a listing, and my sign had fallen apart. The rider came off of the bracket. I got that welded at a automotive shop. So that's fixed. I went and picked up a coming soon rider because I thought I had one and didn't. So those 2 things are good. I talked to a photographer that I haven't used and started to get that lined up, although I'm going to have to switch it up because they're going, already? They're going to, so they're not ready to be already. But we got to talk because I'm going to be gone and,
Yeah, gotta get ready.
yeah. So anyway, that's good. All that good.
All good. All right, who else has got some good news?
Michael had a closing.
Yes, he did.
I would say that was a good thing.
Hey, Michael.
Good morning, sunshine. All right. Liz, you got some good news? Liz's lovely picture is there and she's not on mute. So
I
she can
know.
hear us. All right, we're going to skip. Vanetta, you went dark again. You got some good news?
I'm here.
Okay, you got good. Okay, yes. And do you have good news?
Where's my picture?
Hey, sunshine.
Oh, I'm sorry. You talking to me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What? I'm here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Vanetta's Michael. All right. Challenges. What do we got challenge-wise? There you go, Liz. Cool beans. Liz can't talk right now, but she's listening in. Okay.
Let's
So we
go.
got challenge wise.
Leads, and more leads. What is going on with my camera this morning? I don't know. It's like it doesn't want to.
It doesn't want to work.
It's
So-
got kind of its own.
So I have to hurry up and get my broker's license.
Oh,
Why?
How much time do you have?
I've already registered for the class, so I've just got to go ahead and take it. It's a at home.
Right.
So I need to do it. I need to take the test next week.
Oh, you're testing next
have you
week.
taken the course yet?
I'm taking the course now
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Why you want to get your broker?
because with EXP to do property management, you need your broker's license, and then
Sure.
you end up being kind of like a satellite EXP office.
Yep. EXP, if it's not your own personal, if you're doing it for somebody else, I think you can do it depending on state laws. You can do like one property, but they frown upon it. They want the liability switched over underneath another broker's license. So the two ways to do it: get your broker's license, pay some minimal fee for some other broker to hang it underneath their license. But it can't be EXPs.
So basically, doing a management means it is not a part of EXP.
It is a part of. Oh,
No,
you
not if-
personally?
So if you're telling me that EXP requires you to get your broker's license and put the business under your broker's license, so EXP is not liable, is that what you're telling me?
No, EXP will be liable, but it's just like a weird umbrella. So I'll still be part of EXP.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the management company.
Yes.
So then
Yeah.
if
So
you're
I
gonna
have
do,
yes. So yes.
okay,
So
so
I'll
what,
still be part of EXP and the team.
Mhm,
It's just that it's going to be umbrella. They're going to be
Okay.
the big umbrella, and I'll be under them.
okay, so what's the advantage of doing the management with EXP and not splitting off your brokers and running your own company? What's the difference? What's the advantage?
I won't. From what I understand,
Will EXP
Well, do you-
even let you because we're nationwide?
will
Will they
EXP?
hold concurrent license underneath two separate and somebody else?
Well, it's still under EXP,
Right.
from what I understand. So
Right,
it's
that's what I
not.
mean. But will they let you? Because my understanding is because we're a nationwide brokerage, like many states, if you're a broker, you can actually have your license hanging in multiple places.
Right.
Not all states, but many states you can do that. And my understanding, hang on, maybe my understanding's wrong. Because
As a
I know that if
Florida-
you're licensed as a salesperson in two states, they want you underneath EXP for both of those, period. And it's because we're nationwide. We're one brokerage, and
But
that's
can
right.
so EXP can require me to be under,
No, they can't. They don't. You can. I want to be everything under EXP.
okay,
I'm not wanting to deal with two different brokerages.
I understand. So my question though is they're telling you have to, and I don't understand. I'm asking a question, I'm not trying to be a pain.
Right.
So they're requiring you to get a broker's license. So to hold a broker's license and put a business or transactions under my broker's license means I'm liable. I'm in.
So I'm liable, but they're carrying the E&O insurance.
Okay. So
So they're carrying the E&O insurance, which is why I'm getting my broker's license under EXP. So I'll be not, like our managing broker for the state is Jaron Wheeler. I'm not going to be that, but it'll be not a franchise or a subsidiary, but it's literally under the umbrella. So E&O, it's their way of having two different E&Os. So I'll have an
So-
E&O for
what's
my
the advantage?
transactions and an E&O for property management.
So what's the advantage for EXP for you to have your brokers? Isn't the broker that you're under going to be liable too?
He is, but it's the E&O insurance. It's two separate E&O policies.
So it has to do with the insurance. You have
Yes.
to maintain a broker's license to get covered under the insurance.
That's
That
what it
doesn't make
sounds
sense.
like.
That's
In
what it,
Florida, that
yeah.
doesn't make sense.
In Florida,
And
that's
this
not
is a
how it
Tennessee thing. This
No,
is a Tennessee thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because here, most brokerages don't want to deal with management because
Right.
here the brokerage has to maintain the escrow account, which is not true.
works.
You get an attorney or a CPA and they manage the accounts and you don't have to do all of that. But that being said, they don't want to be the liability, so they won't allow a lot of companies to do that. Hence is why I got my broker's license, because when I finally come to that point to manage, if I don't have a company that's going to do that with me, I will do my own. And they all can kiss my hiney as I go out the door. But here, I'll have to check in it. I'm not sure about Florida if maybe with EXP, but I know here I can have my license here, respiratory in, say, South Carolina. I could get my license there. But EXP, you're telling me, does not require me to be EXP on both branches. I can be in a different company in the other one.
Yes.
Okay.
Hang on, for property management, for 2 salesperson licenses, what I have run into is that EXP wants, but in 2 separate states, not I'm a broker and I can hang in the same state in 2 places. I'm a salesperson's licensed in 2 states. They want both of those underneath EXP. They're okay with one coming over and transactions closing and the other one coming over, because I had a girl licensed in Virginia and California, and she was moving her Virginia, she did not come. She decided to go another direction, but she was moving her Virginia license over, and they were like, when is California coming over also, or vice versa, because she needed to close out the deals there underneath the brokerage. And EXP was very clear over salesperson licensed 2 states must be underneath us because we are nationwide. And that's that's the reason underneath it. We're not like Keller Williams is franchise. She happened to be Keller Williams. So Keller Williams, this is a completely different ownership group than this is over here, completely different franchise, completely different everything. EXP, one big group.
So you're saying that if I did 2 states, then they're going to want me to be under them. And what if I choose not to?
When they find out about it, they will have a talking to you, and then you will have to make a decision. I do not
would leave
know.
EXP.
I don't know how I don't know what the process, I don't know if they audit.
My biggest question would be, if they could answer, what is the liability for me and what is the liability for EXP? Because if I'm doing transactions in Florida under EXP and I'm doing transactions in South Carolina under 123 property, what liability does
property management would be different? Oh, you're saying property just as a name. I don't know what the liability would be. All I know is that you're underneath one cap and one split, and that's the benefit. You're not having to pay another company anything. So all your stuff would conglomerate, because I ran underneath California and Wyoming both for a while
as EXP.
As EXP, yeah.
So
and it was seamless.
So
all in
nothing
database.
And nothing would change as far as the group or the cap and all that stuff would stay the same no matter how many states I was.
Yeah, I can be licensed.
Okay, so that's an advantage, but then again,
yes,
it may not be an advantage if you were in a small town in EXP and you got a mom and pop that's known. That would be an advantage to do transactions.
Right, which is what I'm running into in Tulsa. Tulsa has 3 big ones. And in Tulsa, people are like, if you don't belong to Tulsa, still has small town mentality and the South kind of mentality. And they're like, if you're not with one of the 3. So I've got like maybe 5 people lined up within Tulsa. And that's the thing that I'm running across. And I feel like introducing the 5 of them and going, look, y'all 5 just started and we'll just take the thing, because they don't, maybe they know each other. I don't know if they know each other, but none of them know that I'm talking with the other one. I know that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
All right.
Well, I don't have any intentions of doing another state.
So
my curiosity, though, I'm not understanding why they're, maybe I should check into it, because why would EXP require me to have a broker's license?
Gary will know, because Gary ran into this with his property management and he had to toss it underneath somebody else's license. So he'll know the ins and outs of why.
I'm wondering why you couldn't put it under an LLC and just,
Well, you
Keep
have
it
to,
separate. I believe you
well-
can for the property management side, but I'm not positive on that. But again, you've got your E&O and all those expenses then that you've got to incur, which from
Right.
according to Bree, it looks like you don't have to have
well, you're
the
still going to
cost,
pay E&O to some point.
but
I
not the big I'm by myself cost, the little
But
I'm
it-
part of the
right.
group cost.
It might be a whole lot less expenses and all that. And then I get that. That's a good, I get that. Expenses is a way to go to make money and not
Sure.
pay it out. I'm all for that. But, requiring you to have a broker's license kind of here in Florida baffles me because the broker of record has to be responsible.
Right.
And also just so, I mean, full disclosure, Florida's rules are Virginia, North Carolina, and
They're
Florida.
different.
Probably the three weirdest rules, and all three are really different, that I've ever run across. And maybe that's because I was West Coast, California and Washington are so similar. It's not even funny. Wyoming, similar. All of it out there seems to run. I don't know. Maybe it's a Rockies thing. Who knows? But I'd rather
Hey,
live. Oh, here we go.
let's face it. All you damn Northerners came down to Florida and screwed it up.
Yes, and then let's talk about us Californians and what we've done. Yep. All right. What other kinds of challenges you guys got before I throw a question out there?
Not the animals.
Besides the animals, get your banana bread, girl.
Hey, what do you mean? Don't talk about me.
Well, this is Kay. I've got a property that I listed last night, and it's got the potential to be, a house with a duplex rental, and I'm trying to figure out how to market it. So if you have some ideas, I can market it straight residential as a multi-generational house, but I also need to rent it or market it as an investment property. So any ideas you have on that, I would appreciate.
It's really a unique thing. She's got literally a house plus another unit already done, plus another one that could be done very, very easily. It's already got kitchen and everything else. So it's 3 units in one. Okay,
Yeah.
on a chunk of land, right?
Yeah, half an acre land with a pool, $40,000 worth of decking, completely fenced, electric gate, all new electricity, new roof, new plumbing.
I want to live there.
But the location's not good, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's next to a food processing plant. That's on one side of it, which in a way is nice because the street in front of it, is completely dead end and there's no traffic at all. It's a
Well,
corn lot.
To me,
you
that'd
sell
be
it
a
to
great
corporate?
thing because you just go to the dumpster and get the leftovers.
Oh, no.
Come
Yeah,
I
put
can
some
market
pigs
that.
on there and you got pig food.
Food, yeah,
Another source of income. So
But there's no smell. It's just industrial. There's trucks and stuff. And
Maybe
I
you
used
can
to
sell
live
it to the
in-
company.
I don't know because his piece of property starts a whole residential neighborhood.
Okay.
So is there anybody, or have you found any listings of anything that people have ADUs attached and how they've marketed it and looked at any of those in the whole county or anything? Has anyone got anything? Did I
The
freeze?
ones I've seen anything, it's
nope.
been really tiny, kind of like and this is
Like
there.
a garage. Oh, like an aside. Okay, and the reason why I ask is in California, it's a big deal to have ADUs, like a big deal. And it's a full on, it's ADU, extra income, family, blah, 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 blah.
Right. And that's probably how I would promote it. As long as there's not rules in the state about it.
And you're permitted, which I don't know if that's an issue where you are or not. Yeah,
And ADU stands for additional unit
dwelling unit.
dwelling.
Yeah,
So-
additional dwelling unit. And
This is a
see if
duplex.
that's what they call it where you are. Because they might not call it that. That's just, it might be a California thing. I don't know. Yes, Michael.
So this is a duplex.
Think about it. No,
It's a house with a duplex.
that's bad.
So there's a
And a
house and there's a
slab for
duplex.
another one.
There's a house and a duplex. It's
Yeah,
two
boy.
buildings.
Yes.
Okay, so you have a house that you need to sell.
Yes.
Along with that comes the duplex.
Yes.
So you have 3 units total.
Yes.
Are there any other buildings?
No.
There's a pool.
A pool where? Common or on the house?
It's common. It's like a big compound. It's all fenced. There's the house. The pool is the center part. There's a big covered patio, which could be turned into an outdoor kitchen, but it's not.
How close to the pool? How close is the pool to the house?
Maybe 20 yards.
How close is it to the duplex?
Maybe 20 feet.
Is the pool a big thing in your area?
Yes.
It's hot there.
He's
Well, I
got
was gonna say
$40,000 worth of decking around the pool.
Somebody with a pool. So, and I'm just thinking outside of the box.
Mhm.
I probably would look for an investor.
That was my thought.
And I don't like the pool idea. The pool should have been closer to one or the other. How big are the 2 units on the duplex?
They're probably right at 1,000 square feet each.
That's a good size for a little duplex.
Each.
Mhm.
So how difficult would it be to turn that into one house?
It would take some doing.
Okay, well, I'm visioning. I'm doing a vision here for you.
Yeah.
So I would market it. I would go to investors, say, here's what I got. I don't know how investors up there feel about pools, but I would go to the investors and say, here's what I got, 3 units. Here's the average income, do the numbers for them. Then the next thing I would do is I would say, look, well, let me ask this question. Can the duplex and the house be split up into 2 different parcels? 2 different
It
titles?
would be difficult. It would be difficult.
So if you could do that, that would be the way to go to say, hey, you eventually could split these off.
Mhm.
Or I would at least put the idea in their head. I would say maybe there's a possibility you could split these 2 off and sell one and sell the other. That would be a second thing. The other thing would be to find a family.
Yeah. Multi-generational.
Yes, with 3 or 4 generations in it, and sell the house to mom and dad and 2 units for the kids.
That's what I would do too.
Today in our market around here, that's a major thing. There's kids that are 30 and 40 years old living with mom and dad because our rent, my in-laws are going to move from Florida. They just moved from Pennsylvania here a few years ago. They're going to move to South Carolina because the rent here is up $500-600 average, and they've jacked theirs up so they can go to the Carolinas right now and Tennessee in the outskirts, and you can rent and buy houses still at $150,000. Where here that same house is $250-300.
I like doing both. I like going to the investor, and I also like going for the multifamily thing. I think I would also go on that where money moves from, that map that Gary has, that resource that he's got, find out where the money's moving from. Look if there's any, especially any higher Chicago, San Francisco, LA, whatever, high price point areas. And I think I would Facebook market this to those areas also.
Where are you located?
San Antonio, Texas.
You're getting people in from the Bay Area, aren't you?
We're getting people in from all over, I guess.
Yeah, I would go there and see also where people are coming in from, and I would probably hit it out that way also.
Look and see if Florida's a part of that, because there's a lot of people moving out of Florida now that everybody moved into it in the pandemic.
Yeah, they're moving, especially from south up.
Mhm.
I mean,
A
I
lot
guess
of
there's
the
no other
Floridians-
way to go from Florida, but
Yeah, a lot of the Floridians are tired of the crap coming in. The Northerners and all, they're changing the demographics and the politics here, and they're not happy with it. So a lot of them are looking to move out.
Okay.
Maybe.
true.
Well, let me know if they want to come to Virginia.
Some they're moving up to the Carolinas.
They are
Virginia,
moving up
and
to the
Alabama.
Carolinas. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that. They're coming from Miami up to the middle, and from the middle they're going up.
Mhm.
And they're hitting the Carolinas because, especially like South Carolina is still cheap. You can still pick up property for not very much. But yeah, there's
I've
a lot
got
of that.
Okay.
I've got a buddy of mine with a client. He we're trying to buy him some property in Carolinas, North Carolina, and up in that area, 10 acres for $30,000, $32,000. And he's got a parcel of 40 acres for $87,000 with a river and a little waterfall on it. So you can still buy property cheap up there, and that's what he's talking about wanting to do, is buy land and then resell it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, speaking of buying land and reselling it, there's somebody in Central Florida that has grabbed a ton of lakefront, like just swallowed it all up over the past few years, and jacked prices up sky high.
There's 3 major investors that are buying waterfront properties because all the waterfront, not beachside, but rivers and lakes.
River and lake. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason being is like a lot up on a canal, actually, in Flagler Beach, used to be around 120, just sold for $280,000.
And that's what they're doing. Exactly. Because we were looking out here for waterfront, and I've seen a ton of it that 6 months ago was half the price, and they literally doubled the prices. Hey, y'all, I gotta jump.
Okay. Sorry, this is Liz. I just had a quick question for Kay. Is
Yeah.
it around a university or hospital?
No,
It isn't. Okay. I was gonna-
Darn. Or any major industry like that, because Liz, that is actually another great idea. Anything that's not that far away that you could compound it. Also, I've got a friend who he's got a parcel like this in Texas. He's got casitas all over it, and he uses it for a retreat. So for a church retreat for pastors and seminars and stuff like that. So that might be another direction to be able to market also. Thank you for that idea, Liz. You bounced right off of yours. It was perfect.
I put a bunch of trees around so you can't see and hear as much of that truck.
The casitas are all facing different directions, and it's a very cool. It's Greg's cousin, and whenever we go, we stay in one of the casitas, and it's fabulous. I mean, it's private and quiet, and it's awesome. So, Bernie in Bernie, Texas, that's where his is.
oh yeah, I know Bernie. Yeah, that's high dollar.
Okay. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. I got to jump onto 2 phone calls back to back. So, talk to you guys tomorrow.
Everyone, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.